Robert Urich had been an actor since the early 1970s and fought bravely against synovial cell saroma, a rare cancer. He became an inspiration to many people, and despite his own battle, he continued to grace venues with upbeat speeches of hope, raise money for cancer research, and even start a cancer fund. But the tragedy deepens when the person who stood by him dies. Through it all, he faces the same tragic fate, showing a love story that went beyond the silver screen. Keep watching as we go deeper into the tragic story of Robert Urich and his wife. Robert Urich was born in the cozy town of Toronto, Ohio, in December 1946. His parents, John P. Urich and Cecilia Urich, were his biggest fans from the start. John, a steelworker, had to deal with being. His noisy job made it hard for him to hear, but his loving mother, Cecilia, was always there for him and took care of him with unwavering devotion. As a child, Robert had a normal childhood full of laughter and love. He went to a Byzantine Roman Catholic sisters' school and learned values and facts that would shape his future. Little did he know that fate had big plans for him. Robert won a football scholarship to Florida State University. For a kid from a small town, that wasn't the end of his journey. He went on to get his master's degree at Michigan State and then worked as an account executive for a radio station in Chicago. He also tried his hand at being a TV weatherman. His journey took a turn when he was cast in a Chicago production of The Rainmaker with the legendary Burt Reynolds. Inspired by Reynolds, Robert decided to take a chance and become an actor. He set his sights on the busy city of Los Angeles and in 1972 made his TV debut in the FBI. This was the start of a life full of passion, dedication, and an unwavering pursuit of dreams. The next year, Robert landed a leading role in The Rainmaker. Even though it only ran for 6 episodes, his role in the TV version of the 1969 movies Bob and Carol and Ted and Alice gave him immense motivation. That same year, he made his big screen debut with the legendary Clint Eastwood in Magnum Force, a Dirty Harry the Turning Point movie, where he played a vigilante motorcycle patrol police officer. Not only did Robert get one of the action-packed roles that would define his career as Officer Jim Street in the gripping drama series SWAT, but he also found his true soulmate that year. The show's high ratings led to a second season, which marked the real start of his journey as a tough guy in Hollywood. In A Stroke of Luck, 1975 also saw the birth of the relationship between Robert Urich and actress Heather Meme, who was famous for her role in the beloved 1965 musical The Sound of Music, became a real-life love story. Heather played the lead role in the couple's journey through life's storms for many years, never breaking up. But tragedy struck, and both Robert and Heather met tragic ends. Even though there was heartbreak and an early death, Robert Urich's journey as an actor was nothing short of amazing. He left an indelible mark on the silver screen after his major role in SWAT and his meteoric rise to fame in the soap opera This Prime Time. It was a clever parody of soap operas that showed off Urich's talent, but unfortunately his character died too soon in the first season's shocking cliffhanger. Unaffected by this, Urich's life took an exciting turn when he was cast in Aaron Spelling's Vegas, a crime-solving show set in the beautiful city of Las Vegas. Urich played Dan Tanner, the charismatic. A Crossroads, an ABC show about a private detective, became a huge hit, earning Urich 2 Golden Globe Award nominations and cementing his place in viewers' hearts. When Vegas ended in June 1981, Urich faced a crossroads ever determined. He signed with MGM and set his sights on the silver screen. However, the path to fame in movies proved difficult, with a brief role in Magnum Force, a lackluster reception for Endangered Species in 1982, and the strange failure of the Ice Pirates in 1984. Problems came up with his movie journey, so he went back to TV in 1985 as the title character in Spencer for Hire. The show was a hit, keeping viewers interested for 3 successful seasons. While Hollywood's silver screen success eluded Urich, his determination and talent shone brightly in the world of television, where he was compared to Harrison Ford. Urich embraced his TV legacy, becoming a beloved actor for nearly 3 decades at the height of his career. His most famous role came in The Lazarus Man, in which Urich played a wandering soul dealing with amnesia, got strong ratings, and was picked up for a second season. However, it was on the set of this show that Urich noticed the first signs of his health problem. While filming Lazarus Man, Urich found out he was dealing with social cell saroma, a rare form of cancer. He told the production company about his condition right away. He promised to keep working even though he would be going through treatment, and according to the signed agreement, he was allowed to. However, the show was canceled before its second season even started, which upset Urich. He later said, "There's really a law against what they did. They found out I had cancer and they just canceled the. They didn't ask the doctors if I could work, and they didn't ask if I could go back to work." In 2000, he sued the production company Castle Rock Television and asked for about $1 in damages. $5 million. Even during the legal battle, Urich remained his usual friendly self. The case was eventually settled out of court, with both sides agreeing not to make the terms public. Despite the difficulties of fighting cancer, Urich showed amazing strength. In 1997, he hosted the medical documentary series Vital Signs and the PBS series Boatworks, and his positive attitude shone through. Wouldn't be able to light up the world for much longer. During his difficult journey, one person stayed by his side, his wife Heather Memes. Their love, which spanned over 25 years of marriage, was a testament to their unwavering commitment, and they fought cancer together until the very end. It's important to note that Memes wasn't Yuka's first wife. That honor went to actress Barbara Rucker, who he married. He got married in 1968 and divorced in 1974, but destiny took a different path when Urich met Memes in an acting class. Their friendship grew as they read for a commercial together and later starred in an episode of The Love Boat. Many people thought Urich was smart at first, but his charm eventually won her over, making a connection that would last. Stories seemed to echo through the halls of that acting class, and even Yuka's father could feel their chemistry. He saw Robert Urich and Heather Meme as the couple of the future, and his gut feeling was right. Their love story unfolded in a unique and enchanting way. Unlike his first marriage, where his youth may have played a role, Urich went into his second marriage with more maturity. The couple's relationship lasted much longer than Urich's previous marriage because of how mature they were. As both Urich and Memes did well in their Hollywood careers, they struggled to start a family. Memes had 3 miscarriages in a row, and the pain was palpable, but the couple refused to let despair rule their story. In the midst of their busy careers and travels, they finally found a way to adopt a child and eagerly joined an adoption waiting list. After a long wait, they welcomed their first adopted child into their loving home, and their family continued to grow as they adopted 2 more children. At the height of his career, when life was a whirlwind of fame and money, Urich enjoyed a simple life in his cozy home with his loving wife and 3 cute kids. No matter how bright the spotlight was, Urich found peace at home. Did he know that beneath the surface of his seemingly perfect life, a storm was brewing that would test the very core of his being? He was aware of a silent threat that hung over him, threatening the beautiful life he had worked so hard to create. It all started innocently during one of those power walks that Urich and in the middle of their walk through the fight against cancer, Urich casually mentioned that he found a pea-sized lump on his body while showering. At that moment, memes wondered how something so small could be dangerous. They had no idea that the actor's health was in danger. A routine checkup at the doctor's office turned their lives upside down when Urich was diagnosed with synovial tissue saroma, a rare form of cancer that often affects soft tissue in the arms, legs, feet, and joints. He fought the disease for several years, and Memes was always by his side, giving her unwavering support. During the years he was fighting cancer, Urich didn't let it define him. Instead, he kept working hard and even became an advocate for finding a cure for this unstoppable disease. For his efforts, he was honored with awards like the John Wayne Cancer Institute Award and the Gilda Radner Courage Award. He and his wife also started the Urich Foundation. The goal of the fund was to raise money for groundbreaking cancer research. Urich also generously gave away the huge $100 to $225,000 prize he won on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which added to the fight against cancer. In 1998, a ray of hope shone through the darkness when Urich was declared cancer-free. He then triumphantly returned to TV as Captain Jim Kennedy. In Lifeboat The Next Wave was a symbolic victory. The next year, he played Billy Flynn in the musical Chicago on Broadway, where he captivated audiences with his undeniable strength. Urich's dedication to the cause was solidified when he was named the national spokesperson for the American Cancer Society. However, his last Heather Means role on TV was in the sitcom Emerald in 2001, where he was praised for his outstanding performance in the face of adversity. Urich's strength was unwavering, but in November 2001, lumps were found in his body, showing that the disease he had fought so bravely was still there. He was hospitalized for breathing problems a week before he died. Urich's last TV movie, Night of the Wolf, aired on Animal Planet, marking the end of an era. Urich lost his battle with cancer on April 16, 2002, in Thousand Oaks, California. But his legacy lived on in Memes, who instead of giving up hope, took up the fight against cancer. Little did she know that it would be the start of her own battle with this life-threatening disease. But let's take a moment to look at the Heather Memes. The remarkable spirit of Memes herself may not have been as famous as her husband, but her talent was undeniable. Born in Canada, she discovered her love for show business when her family moved to Los Angeles when she was a teenager. At the age of 14, she got a major role in The Sound of Music, which was the start of her career in the entertainment industry. Even though World was probably her most famous role, she continued to work in show business on other projects. She met her future husband on the set of a commercial for Libby's corned beef hash. She brought her unique skills to every job she did, from acting to dancing to singing. After The Sound of Music, she got small parts on TV shows. Classics like Bonanza, Dragnet, and Bob Newhart show how versatile she was in movies. She has acting credits in movies like Piran and The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Despite her success in the Robert Urich Foundation, the entertainment industry meme found her true calling when she met. Her focus shifted from her career to her family, and she formed a strong and lasting bond with Robert Urich. Together, they dealt with the challenges of Hollywood and kept one of the safest and healthiest relationships in the city's history. After her husband died, Memes turned her grief into a purposeful endeavor. She started the Robert Urich Foundation to advance saroma research. The foundation became Minus's passion project to fill the void left by her late husband. But when she was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2017 and told she had only 4 weeks to live, the fight against cancer took on a new meaning for men. Heather Memes took her last breath on Christmas Eve of that tragic year, surrounded by the family she and Robert Urich had built together. Her 3 children were by her side until the very end, just like Memes had done for her husband more than 15 years earlier. The irony of her death from the disease she had spent her life fighting adds another tragic layer to an already heartbreaking story. But within this heartbreaking story, a deep light shines, fueled by the love they left behind in their children and their shared desire to fight thee. In the grand scheme of things, Memes probably faced her last moments with a sense of peace, eager to be with her husband again after being apart for so many years. Despite the heartbreaking circumstances, many people would see this decades-long struggle as a story with a bittersweet ending. The fight against cancer continues for many famous and ordinary people. The love and dedication that Urich and Memes put into their mission, both individually and together, gives hope to future generations that will have to deal with this terrible enemy. The Robert Urich Foundation's legacy lives on through the star couple's children, including their son Ryan Urich, who later became a doctor. Ryan had worked with his father in the movie Survivor: The Savage Sea, but it was seeing his father's cancer journey that made him want to become a doctor. When Ryan Urich was studying biology during his father's 3rd round of cancer treatment, he honestly said, "I went into medicine because I couldn't help my dad medically, but maybe I can help someone else." Ryan remembers his father fondly, playing with his grandchildren just days before he died. He is now dedicated to helping others who are going through similar things. Losing his father and then seeing his mother battle the same disease could not have been easy for Ryan, especially as a doctor himself, but he remains steadfast in his promise to help others, just like his parents did. As they go through the difficult journey of illness, the Urich family's lasting legacy is woven into the lives of their children, and the Foundation's ongoing work serves as a beacon of hope in the fight against cancer. In the touching story of Robert Urich and his beloved wife Heather, we find a journey marked by pain and sorrow, but also by a love that lasts beyond even thee. Their story is filled with the warmth of love and the flicker of hope that lasted until the very end. Beyond that, Heather spent her whole life fighting the same disease that killed Robert. This shows how deeply they loved each other and how strong their relationship was. Their love is known to the public, and their union lasted over 2 decades. They had a happy marriage for many years, even after their individual problems made their love fade. They found a way to work together by helping others who were going through similar problems. This kept the flame of compassion alive in a world that was often dark. The story shows both the shadows and the bright light that shines from the Robert Urich and Heather Memes' tragic but beautiful story is a reminder of the power of love, resilience, and the hidden beauty that happens away from the camera lens. Their story goes beyond the screen and stands as a testament to the strength that can be found in the face of adversity. For those who love the contributions that Robert Urich and Heather Memes have made to the world of entertainment, we invite you to leave a comment below with your thoughts on how their story has touched your heart and what emotions it brings up for you. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more stories about the lives of your favorite Hollywood stars from the Golden Age. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay tuned.